YouTube. Hello, replay. We're going to be doing the 1940s period makeup look today. And right now, I'm going to put away brushes. I washed 3 looks worth of brushes earlier this morning. So we're going to put those away. And then I will show you what we're going to be working with. We are going to be using the Natasha Denona, what is it called, long title, Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone Palette. I did not bring my laptop over here for a picture of what it said the 1940s makeup look was. I just wrote it down. And it seems like it'll be fairly simple to do. It's not anything complicated. Of course, we're excited about that. Next Tuesday is when we're going to do, hey Janet, the look that Tanya requested. And I've been looking at different butterfly pictures and I'm just like, oh my word. Like, oh my goodness. Hey Grace. And so that one is definitely going to stretch me. And in that sense, I am excited to do it. Yeah. And I did ask her if I can put a troll twist on it. She was like, always. And so that excites me too. Because I saw a lot of butterfly face looks that appealed to me. And then there were others that did have like a twist to it. Like one side of the face was one way, the other side was another way. And y'all know I love to do that. And so I am excited about it. I'm just putting away brushes, y'all, from washing 3 looks worth of brushes yesterday. So that's what I'm doing right now. Then we're going to put on a patch. And I'll show you what I have out to use. I did bring out all of my unopened Beauty Pile patches. And what I did the other day is when I open one, like if it was dry, throw it away. Open up another one. If it's dry, throw it away. And I still have another box that's not even open. So I'm just like hoping that they're not. So let me do the patches. Well, let me show you what I'm using. Put on the patches. And when I do that, I'll do the intro. So that's how we are going to do that. So for 1940s period makeup looks, oh girl, lips are dry. City Lips Beauty Oil. Heads up, y'all. Next week we're doing lives Tuesday through Friday. Monday is when I'm picking up my first cousin and second cousin cheerleader from the airport, and so I have learned from this week, if I have something to do on a Monday, do not do a live. So for the 1940s look, the brows were thick inside. Hey Scarlett, how are you? Oh, okay. Glad you're happy. The brows are thicker up here, the first half, and then the second half is really thin, which is great. There's no mention of a highlighter. It does say bold blush, bold contour. My ears just started ringing. Minimal eyeshadow. And that's why we're using this palette, because it has a lot of, well, not a lot, but, well, shades for me, particularly this area where it's going to look like it's nothing there. The person in the picture, she had hooded eyelids. You couldn't see any of her lid at all. So like for me, I have hooded lids. So you do see my lid, but some of it is under here. So on me, you can see a sliver of my mobile lid. The picture, you couldn't even see this. And that's a hooded eye, is when like you don't see any of this. It just goes from this to where your eye is. And so it looked like she didn't even have on eyeshadow, but it said at that time eyeshadow was very minimal. There was a focus on dark mascara and thick eyeliner. This is MAC Paint Pot in Black Mirror. But we may use fluid line. This is Dip Down is a brown, because that'll be dark against some of these colors depending on which shadows we use. There was no liner on, it didn't look like any liner on the lower lash line, but it did look like she had on a white on her inner rims. And so I'm actually thinking I might use full sleeve. This is the one we put in the brows yesterday, and we did the line underneath the brows yesterday. That was this one. So we'll try this and see. But I am going to put something on lower lash line because y'all know I just need to do that. And this barely shows up under there, so we'll use that for that. If this doesn't look like much on inner rims, we would use Incorruptible, which is a white one. It says a dark lip. They had moved to the orange tones in the 40s, even though red still dominated. And so we're going to use, so I did take out, we're not going to use this though, Red Desert from Sephora, but we're going to use Bingo on the runway, which is orange. And we are going to line the lips with, so I'm going to put the Sephora away. I still have not used that one in a while. And we are going to use the Van Gogh Red lip liner because I remember liking how this showed up against this. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to do like our sub base face with this palette from MAC for bronzer. Since they were heavy with the bronzer and contour, we're going to use Deep Level 11. Blush was popping, so we're going to use a Size Sky. And we're going to, even though she didn't look like she had any highlighter on her cheeks, we're going to put on Golden Pyrite. And we're going to finish all of that off with Mood Light from Hourglass. Yes, 1940s look. And so I wrote down like what it was instead of the picture because it looks really simple. Oh, you know what? Shoot. I didn't bring my smaller palette over here, so we'll just use this one. So, get into the intro. I'm going to put this. Oh, she did have on lashes. I'm thinking to do a members only live to play around with, and let me know what y'all think, to play around with the other types of lashes I have, because I am liking the magnetic ones because they're easy, but I do have some that's like invisible lash, and then, you know, whatever other type of lash, and I am comfortable with lash clusters. And so I was thinking to do a members only video to try the non-magnetic ones, and also to try the non-self-adhesive these are dry, the non-self-adhesive gems. So like putting on yes, for lash practice and for gems, the non-self-adhesive ones, the one where you put the glue and then you use the little pencil thing and just pick up the gem and then just put it on the face, that thing. And I haven't tried that yet either. And so I was like, okay, how can we do that and it be somewhat exciting? Because I imagine I will struggle a bit. See, and these are kind of weird because the brown edges tells me they're dry, but then like this plastic part is still wet. And so maybe they're just starting to dry out. I'm going to put it on and we'll see, because if it burns, then I'll know. Because the other day, well, that last time in the live, I'm not going to use these. It did burn, and it's because they were old, because I've never had an issue with these. So I have 2 more packs here, 3. So hopefully one of these will not be dry. So right now I just want to use these up, or it's just going to end up just throwing them all away. So like, why not just see which ones are good and which ones are not, kind of thing. So it's hard to tell them which way they face. So I am excited about this look. These are moist because it's going to be easy. And sometimes, even though I do like the looks that I do, it's nice to just do a no-brainer kind of thing. You know what I mean? And not necessarily every time try a brand new thing. Like even doing the pencil and the brows, which I learned that I love. But just to do something where do it, not a lot of effort, and just get it done. Hey, Tanya. Hi, Lily. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate you. Who am I missing? Hi, Felicia. Okay, so I'll schedule that. I will schedule that for one of the lives, not next week, but the week after, because yesterday I spent like 2.5 hours. For those who don't do content, if you scheduling stuff, it took me like 2.5 hours to schedule 4 live streams, because then I also did the thumbnails and edit the description box. And now that I can tag products, and everything is really easy. Everything just is tedious. And I don't know why I thought that hey Tanya, did I say hi to you, Tanya, already? I don't know why I thought like I could do it in like an hour. It may be because on my phone, when I schedule, it only takes like less than maybe like 3 minutes. But then I go on my laptop and do all the other stuff. But it took me like 2.5 hours. These are dry. They don't feel good. Ow. They don't feel good. Let's open one more. If this one's dry too, we just want to just go ahead and do the intro and do the brows. That's what I was going to do anyway, right? And these things are so expensive. It's just like, okay, wait a minute. I thought I had 2 more right here. Oh yeah, it was stuck behind the thing. So let's just go ahead and do the intro. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, why? The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Hey, Janessa. Love that. Thank you. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Hey, Susan. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique, because that's what they're telling you in whatever video that you're watching. I'm here to let you know it's okay. Just use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. And sometimes people do still ask me, like, what does that mean? I got to remember not to make the tails thicker like I usually do. So in here was thick, and then it's thin over here for the 1940s look that we're doing today. And I was thinking my brows are perfectly over tweezed for that type of look. Who knew? Who knew? So that live we will schedule for the week after next. And we'll also do, I think we'll schedule Tanya's look for a Tuesday, because that's going to be a lot. And so maybe the members one with the lashes and the gems, maybe do that on a Wednesday. So that'll be something easy and something fun. I am excited. Oh no, I'm glad your day is over. And it's the weekend tomorrow, so that's cool. And so I am excited to do Tanya's look, but I'm not nervous about it, but it's just like, what's the word? And I don't feel overwhelmed, because I've been looking at quite a few pictures. It's very tedious. And so my challenge will be to just, not this Tuesday, Tanya, the next Tuesday. Because I still did I schedule that for this next week? Because I did schedule lives Tuesday through Friday next week. I don't think I put you for next week. How are you today, Susan? And so it's intricate. That's the word. Thank you, Susan. The looks are very intricate, and the wings and the different colors in the wings. So that's like, doing designs and all of that stuff. And so and y'all know I like messy stuff. So anytime it has to be intricate and, very detailed, which I can do detailed, which I do like. But so I'm still just trying to get my mind right because I know I'm going to have to be more detailed with what I'm doing. Um, and so that's that. So the troll twist part, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. And so thank you, Tanya, for saying I could put a troll twist on it because that'll help lighten the load for me because I'm not anxious about it. I'm not overwhelmed. I may be when I sit here to do it because it is a lot of detail, a lot of little detail. Let it flow from you. But butterflies are detailed. Like even the colors of the wings and the folds in the wings. And thank you, Tanya. I do appreciate that. And so what I didn't want to do is there's a picture of a butterfly face on a kid. And it was just the shape of the wing, how it's like, you know what I mean? It's like a backwards, three. And, they filled it in. But I don't want to be that simple. Hey, Toka, thank you. But all the ones on adults, you could see like the wing folds and, all of that stuff. Almost like the spider web thing in a way. Thank you. Ooh, that's thanks to my mama and daddy. Thank you very much. Um, and we've done like spider webs before, so I know I can do that part. It'll just be within the design of the actual wing shape. And so it's and you're not on Instagram time. I was gonna say I'll send you some pictures and you'll see what I mean. But I do appreciate that. And so the troll part, allowing me to troll it out will give me that just flow. Because y'all know I flow with the troll. Y'all know I like messy makeup. And so of course we're going to do the butterfly part first and then, do the troll out part. But so as you see, I am excited about it. We're going to leave the brows like this. I think they actually look like they're friends today. Who was I looking at? And I'm like, oh no, boo boo. What was I watching? They were doing. Why do I act like I don't know where stuff is? Everything is right in front of me. Oh, Susan, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What am I saying? I don't know who I was watching. Oh, it was Glow Up. It was horrendous. The challenge was, and it was actually for the elimination challenge. And so the elimination challenge was to block the brows and do a thin line, almost like a Twiggy brow. But the way they do it, you got to, brush them up with the glue and then you put, concealer on. So it's like completely blanking out the brows and then just do like a straight black line, a straight black thin line. So, and while they're talking, we're seeing how it's done because they're showing us, but the contestants don't see how it's done to my knowledge. What am I looking for? But y'all, I don't know how this passed whatever it needed to pass. And y'all know how we say our brows are sisters, not twins. Mine today are almost in the same place. The arches are almost the same. But if you look close, they're still different. Like this is more down here. This one is more. So, but there's the, the picture they showed us of how it's done. One brow was arched up here and say one was where mine really is. And then one was in here and the other one was over here. So it was like up here and here, and this one was down here and over here. And I'm looking at this like, how is this what they supposed to? My brows don't even look that bad. I was just like, how they're showing, this is how they're showing us this. I was just like, yeah, it was literally like the brows. So this one was all in here, this was over here. This one was arched all the way up here, this one down here. And I'm just like, how did they not see that before they posted that for us as viewers to see this is how it should look? I was like, no, no. Like even I know better. But I was just like, And I'm wondering if it's like a setup thing because, well, y'all know reality TV stuff. They try to keep it exciting. This one girl, well, woman, I should say, her name is Nikki. She's been in the red chair. If y'all watch Glow Up, y'all know what I'm saying. Um, yeah, lucky if they cousins. Sometimes mine are international pen pals. Yo, but those, like one was from Mars and one was from Venus. Like they were not even close. And I'm just like, I'm like, how did they not see this? Because it's one of the judges that does it, and they're like, this is what they should be doing. But I'm like, you. Mm. So the one girl, Nikki, she's been in the red chair. If y'all watch Glow Up, y'all are familiar with the red chair. She's been in the red chair almost every friggin' week. And, but her brow did look a lot better than the other chick in the red chair. And I kept saying, they want to give it to Nikki. Because they got to keep it exciting. Because I'm like, all the times that she's been in the red chair, she should have been went home. But somehow she pulls it off. And she don't get sent home. And so, but yeah, so she made it. This one guy, I admit that I was disappointed. He specializes, he was self-taught. He specialized in prosthetics, which I have no experience with that whatever. I don't have any experience with that whatsoever. He specialized in prosthetics. And so they had a challenge where like the top four, well, actually, it was everybody except the two in the red chair. And because he had won a challenge, that's what it was. He got first choice to pick what prosthetics he wanted to use. And he specialized in prosthetics, like in his own regular work. And he just pulled, a nose prosthetic. And it did look good, but it was like, dude, this is your specialty. This is your time to shine. And when they had a team challenge to do prosthetics, they were like, his teammates was like, well, this is your specialty. Just tell us what you want us to do. And they actually won that challenge. And, they show you their own work. And so, they got skills, y'all. I'm like, I would be sent home the first week. I don't even think I would ever make it because you got to do whatever they say to do. Like you don't have a choice. You don't have a pick. But he just did a nose prosthetic and it looked really good. But like under here on one side was looking cracked. And the judges was like, that is so disappointing. Like he had first choice of whatever prosthetics he wanted to use. And that's his specialty is prosthetics. And all he did was just take a prosthetic nose. And they were like, and that has a crack at the bottom. And so he ended up in the chair. He ended up in the challenge. He had to do the challenge. The elimination challenge, and they sent him home because they were like, this is your specialty and we expected more from you. And so I kind of felt some kind of way, right? Because you're sending him home because you were disappointed, but how has his work been? You know what I'm saying? Let me toggle. And so I was kind of just like, I don't think they should have sent him home. But we know shows do certain things. Just because you're disappointed? Like, I was disappointed too. But his work was still good. And even though it was cracked under one side, under the nose, that was still a whole lot better than, like, the other contestant stuff. And so just to be like, well, because we're disappointed. So, excuse me, that happens in life. But anyway. But I understand them being disappointed. But it was still, like, it was still worse looks. They didn't have to send them home. Excuse me. They didn't have to do that. This is a fashion fair powder. What's on your sundae, Tanya? And describe to us what your sundae looks like. Like what flavor the ice cream? How many scoops? What are your toppings? All of that. I haven't had a sundae in a long time. I haven't had ice cream in a long time. Oh man. My two Scott Barnes brushes I usually use for powder, they didn't dry. So this is a lethal bronzer brush. Tanya, I have two of these left. That's why I sent you the actual powder brush. And that's way bigger than this brush, as you know. And the powder brush is too big to fit into my Sigma brush bowl. And so I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting at there. When the moon pie brushes, moon pie face brushes. Gotta have a big face to appreciate it. Is it dry? Nope. Yeah, so tell us about your Sunday, Tanya. Let us live vicariously through you. Oh, why I see sparkle on my face. You know what? It must be shimmer on this microfiber cloth that's down here. So I think Tuesday is just our roundup of February. Y'all got a lot of palettes. They're all on my love seat right now. I'm just like, the hell? I forget what we're doing Wednesday. Thursday is 1950's look. I forget what we're doing Friday. So it'll be that next week that we'll do Tanya's, and then we'll do the member only play with lashes and gems and see if I can get a grip on those things. Because it's a strong contour, we are going to use the contour brush. I should use this for... No, we're not. I used to use that for blush, but no, we're not. We're going to take this brush. This brush gives me a nice sharp contour. Let me toggle again. I hope nothing weird is happening. Okay, now. All right. So we're just going to walk it like we talk it. Walk it like we talk it. And you can see... I realized yesterday I can see more of my bone structure since I got rid of some weight. Because we know we also lose weight in our face too. Because I was talking, saying something, even smiling, like y'all can see, you know what I'm saying? Where usually it's pudgier than that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Walk it how we talk it. Whoo, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we should have some chopped peanuts. If you put anything else about the rest of it, I didn't get it. So what else? Tell us. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. But we know House Labs blends out fine. So let's blend it out fine. We're just Tanya making us and I'm only multitasking. I'm shopping my feelings. It's the weekend. How's your congestion? I was like, why did Judy sound like that? And I did watch the beginning part where I did miss when you were talking about it. And you know what I was thinking? I remember like when everything opened back up after COVID, every single person I knew that went on vacation came back sick. And so that's what I was kind of thinking about when you were saying something like, you don't know if it's just, you know, crud from the show or, you know, something like that. And so I was kind of thinking that, like, just being around a lot of people. This is why I like House Labs. It blends out really nicely. You're almost all better. Awesome. Yeah, we waiting for the details of the Sunday, Tanya. Thank you, Janet. Tell her. Tell her. So we're tapping. I will say with using this brush, there is kick up in the pan. When I use another brush and I just press it, there is no kick up in the pan. But the contour was heavy and noticeable. And so I'm not going to do too much blending like under here. Vanilla ice cream. How many scoops? We want all the deets. Vanilla ice cream, a broken up chocolate chip cookie. Ooh. 3 mini cupcakes with icing and sprinkles and a little chocolate syrup. Damn! And sliced. So that's a banana split. Just the banana's not in one whole piece. This restaurant I used to go to for a munch, I would get their banana splits, and it was enough for like 4 people. It was 3 scoops of ice cream, but it was so much. And so I would ask, okay, who's going to share this with me? And she would make it huge, and we always had the same weight person. The munch was once a week. COVID came, they shut down the munch, and so I haven't been there since then. So the last time I've been at that diner was 2018. And it would be so much ice cream, and so it would always be like 3 people to share it with me. So as soon as she would bring it, I'm like, all right, y'all. And the wait person knew to bring like extra dishes. And so I would just divvy it up, and then we would all just dig in. And this one time, it took a while for them to make it. And I'm just like, okay, this is taking a long time. And blush brush, Acai Sky. Shop pins was awesome. Hey, Jay. Oh, thank you. Jay's the limit. Oh, thank you. I hope you have a good day, too. I appreciate that. So we're tapping in. Ooh, you got to go gentle with Acai Sky. Well, I do, because I'm light bright. Hi, Yami. I remember you from before. How are you doing today? So we just put a little bit because it is still no, y'all. And I almost didn't get this blush because I'm just like, this is not made for me. Yo, hell yeah, it is. Like, y'all see this? I be making some faces, don't I? This is nice. This is nice. So we'll close it up. We are gonna put a highlighter, even though it didn't look like she had any on. Thank you for the makeup brush. Thank you for the 100. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are so wonderful. Ah, you said that clutch. Thank you, Janessa. I'm gonna need that clutch when I do Tanya's butterfly look. Like, what's gonna come in clutch? My previous therapist, y'all, and my therapy appointment with my new therapist was yesterday. What is today? Tuesday? Friday? Damn, I don't even know. What is today? I don't even remember what today is. I remember Monday. Well, anyway, Monday is when I was supposed to have my first appointment with the new psychiatrist. And y'all, I thought that I could make it. I overestimated my abilities. We're going to use this same brush, excuse me for smacking. Because they were going to be here. Oh, okay, she was here for the Queen of Hearts. Okay. Cool beans. And in 2 weeks, Yami, we're going to be doing a butterfly look on our face. So that would be a good one, too, for you to come back to watch. Because that's going to be very... whatever it's going to be. So I had told her to be here at 9 o'clock. My appointment was for 2 o'clock. The airport is 40 to 50 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, 2-hour drive. And then I was like, okay, give myself time to come home and maybe just kind of sit for an hour. But y'all, I went to bed, but I did not sleep. Last time I looked at the clock on Monday morning was 7:15. And my alarm was set for 8:30. When I woke up, I was just like, I ain't gonna make it. I was like, I did have Mountain Dew. I got Mountain Dew the day before. The day I went to Bertucci's with my neighbor. We did get, well, I stopped to get gas. And Mountain Dew. But I felt like, okay, girl, you are not going to make it. You are not going to make it. And so while I was sitting in my car waiting for my cousin to get here, I called the hospital and was like, I need to be counseled. I just knew I was going to make it. And my cousin felt so bad. And I picked them up. I go Monday to pick them up to bring them back. I forgot to even use this darn thing because it was under the pallet. I was just like, And so I know for Monday, like, not to even schedule anything. Because I was so... I mean, you ever be so exhausted that you almost kind of feel like you're in pain, but you're not in physical pain? You're just like... like it's a struggle to even breathe. Thank you, Pop. K-Pop. Appreciate that. I take 2 different... I had about a bottle of Mountain Dew, and I had Gatorade. And so by the time I got home, I had drank half the bottle of Mountain Dew. Well, going there and back, I had drank half the bottle of Mountain Dew and half the Gatorade. And I left it in my vehicle, so that's what I'm going to be sipping on, going Monday and coming back. And she felt bad because I had left a message, to cancel the appointment. And so when they called me back, I was driving. And where I was on 495, I'm like, because I was trying to see, was there room on the shoulder to pull over and then just go ahead and, reschedule. And my cousin was like, yeah, there's no room over there on the shoulder. She's like, that's tiny. She said, and there's a big truck behind you, blah, blah, blah. So So the lady was like, we'll just call back. It was the lady, y'all, I told y'all about before. Um, Rich chocolate complexion. And she would wear white eyeliner with a wing. That lady. Her. And she gave me a different name this time. But when I thought about it, I'm like, oh, that's Coco. But when I'm like, remind me of your name. And she gave me a name. And I'm like, so I didn't realize until later that it was Coco. But she was like, hey, girl, how you doing? And I'm just like, who? But it was her. Um, okay, that's cool. Um, and so my cousin, so when I got off the phone, because it came through Bluetooth in my SUV, and my cousin was like, oh no, you had called to schedule your appointment. She said, I am so sorry. I said, it's not your fault. She said, we are horrible people. She's like, I'm so sorry. I said, it's not your fault. I said, I overestimated my ability to function off little to no sleep. I said, and also I did lay down earlier than I usually do, but I didn't fall asleep. So that was the thing too. If I would have had a few hours of sleep, more than just like an hour, like I might have been okay. But she felt so bad. I'm like, it's not true. I said, I overestimated myself. But I learned a lesson. If I do anything on whatever day of the week it is, don't schedule live. Just to be sure. And when I got back home, I was back in bed, I think, by 1:30, and I got up out the bed at like close to 10 that night, and I felt so good and so rested. But yeah, Monday was rough. I was just like, what did you do, girl? So I have my notes here. We're going to do the YouTubers way, y'all. And use colors that barely show up. Because it is like minimal. So that lady, she's been wearing that even before this year. I've been seeing her because she's one of the I don't know what her title is, but she's one of the ones that when you check in, she's the one that checks you in for your appointment. And I've been seeing her for like 2 years, and that's just her style, and it pops. She's like Ohima's complexion. If y'all know who she is here on Instagram, y'all. So that white liner, oh my God. We are going to start with this shade right here. Because it was minimal eyeshadow. Minimal eyeshadow. Janet, oh my gosh. And that's why I always noticed it. And I would just be like, and so when she would like check me in, I would just be like, damn, like it's just. And I remember saying in the live stream, like I didn't even know like if she had on like foundation products. Her skin just looked really smooth. It looked very rich, and oh my God, y'all. I'm thinking of Jaman Hansu. That chocolate color, y'all. That is a beautiful man. But his complexion and Ohima's, that's Coco's complexion. And so with that white liner, oh my gosh. And so one day I told her, because y'all know I told people when I talk about them. So I had talked about her in the live stream, her complexion and the liner, and how I'm just like, oh my God. And so when I went to my next appointment, I said, I'm gonna have to tell you something. I talked about you. And she looked at me. I said, I said, during one of my live streams, I was talking about you. Like, your complexion is so rich and your skin looks so nice. And that white liner it's just like, pow. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I said, and I was telling them, I don't even know if you wear foundation or complexion products. And she was like, yeah, I do use, foundation and powder. Um, and she was like, well, what was your live stream about? I said, makeup. She said, you do makeup? I was like, yes. I gave her my card. And she's like, oh, I'm going to watch you on YouTube. And she did pop in a few times after that. And she could still be and not saying anything. I don't know. But, so I gave her my business card. Like, if you ever need your face did. Whew, those are humans. I don't know. This is going to sound horrible. I know it is. I remember her watching her years ago, right? And then I didn't watch her for a long time. I don't know why. Maybe she wasn't popping up or whatever. Now we're going to take. Let's do the lid first, and then I'll see what I'm going to take. And actually, we're going to use this hourglass brush. I'm going to put these other ones away because the look is really simple and it doesn't even call for all these colors. I didn't do inner rims on the lash line. Let's get the lid shade on, then we'll do that. On the lid, damn, on the lid, we'll take this shade. Take that shade. And she lost a lot of weight. I don't know the process. Like, I don't know, like, if she had surgeries or, you know, whatever, which I don't have a problem with people having surgeries or whatever they need to do when they want to get rid of weight, or if it was just natural. Meaning diet and exercise. But I saw a thumbnail and I'm looking like, and then I'm looking at the name and I'm like, no way. I was like, no fucking way. I didn't even recognize her. I did not even recognize her. So I was just like, there is no way that that's her. Like, there's no fucking way. And this is the part that'll sound bad probably, is like, I liked how she looked before. And I know there's controversy around the Ozempic thing because they're like, you know, your face gets thin, your under eyes get sunken in, and you know sometimes you just look sick or whatever. And like I said, I don't know what process she went through or was it natural or whatever. But I was just like, I think she looked healthier before. But then it's not about what I think. You know, it's whatever. Just like with makeup, just do whatever you want to do for you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the part I was saying might sound bad. I think she looked better and healthier before. But I was just like, that is not her. I'm like, there is no freaking way that that's her. And it was her. I was like, damn. I was like, wow. Completely different. I was just like, oh shit. Like, that is not her. And it was. It was also an all matte look. We're going to take this to put in the crease. Excuse me for the glare. And this will kind of be it for the look. We're all going to do inner rims and all of that. Yeah, so I don't know if she still does or not. But I was shocked. I'm like, that is not. I was just like, there's no way. And who is this person? So as you see, we're putting this directly into the crease, which you won't see. And that's why I don't do this style of placement. But 1940s, it didn't even, and as I said, you couldn't even see her lid. All you saw was just like this part. And it did look all matte. And they did say shadow was minimal, which means you're not really going to see anything. And even the decades prior to that, it was really just, it seemed like the 20s, 30s, and 40s were all kind of the same. That's what I feel like. Like when I'm thinking back to the looks that I did, like they were all just. I don't even know what to call it. I'm not going to say, well, I'll say boring for me. But for the time, though, like that's what it was. It looks like this side is a little bit higher, so we're not adding more shadow to this. That wasn't even the. Is this that brush? Might have been this one. That first shade. So we're just gonna bring that up just a little bit because the other side looks like it's up a little bit higher. That ain't it. Let me take this brush with no shadow on it, whatever shade was on here. And I usually set my brushes in order of how I have used them. So if I want to go back to a color, I'm like, okay, that was a third shade. Okay, pick up the third brush. But I put them in my container to be washed. And so that's why I don't know, like, what's what. Welcome to the 40s. Um, and for me, because I have so much space up here, it just looks like put something there. So I am going to do that. I'm going to do that. The brush we use for our transition, we're going to take that same shade, even though it really hardly didn't show up, and we're just going to put that up here. I mean, just to show a little bit of something, and I don't even know if it is showing anything. Excuse me. I forgot to say two things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse, and there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch, and that's what y'all just heard. I admit I don't like this. We're going to use the same brush, and we're going to take this shade. I just want more color, like at least like something. Okay. I think I'm gonna start doing a new thing, and for tomorrow's video that airs, my laptop still isn't recognizing my phone when I plug it in, and so I've been uploading videos from my phone to YouTube, and then go into YouTube Studio, download it onto my laptop, edit it, export it back to laptop after I edit it, and then upload that version to YouTube and delete the raw version. And I'm not feeling it to keep doing that. And so the video you'll see tomorrow, I'm like, I'm gonna just upload it to YouTube, and that's just gonna be it. And so there is a moment where there was something on my screen, and so I pushed it, but I inadvertently hit the wrong button, and it flipped the view. So you'll see like my mirror in the back, and I'm like, oh, I hit the wrong button. But I kind of think I'm gonna do that because those who are always here, you'll see pop up, click join to see the perks, and yada 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 yada. But I can always just make it a point to say that in the video. Um, mm. And then I was thinking too, this is full sleeve. And then I was thinking too, we are doing more lives lately. We are doing more lives lately because now it's for a week. And I didn't really plan for that. But for next week, because it would have been, why is it for next week? I don't know. Or is it 3 next week and 1 is the 1950s? But that's next week too. I don't remember, y'all. I'm sitting here like, what did I do? And so it's been becoming not a challenge for me, but I make a conscious effort to put in my calendar like when to do a look as a video to go up on days when we don't do live streams. So it's just like little things happening here and there. And I don't want to commit to 4 live streams a week, even though we've been doing 4 sometimes a week, because I remember when it was requested for me to do a live every day, y'all, I was about to lose my damn mind. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. My migraines have been a lot better. My joint pain has been a lot better. And so, after I do a live, or a look even for that matter, because it does hurt my hips, particularly my right hip, to sit here. And so I'll do all the background work, take the pictures, do the reel, do the short, upload those, and then I'll stretch out on my sofa. And so physically I am actually better. I still deal with, the aches and pains and stuff. And I think is me, what's the word? Pacing myself more and making sure, okay, this is going to be uncomfortable, so make sure you take breaks. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So for lower lash line, let me toggle. Oh, also, Tomorrow's video, I'm talking about Pat McGrath again because it's up for sale again. And so I'm not even gonna talk about that now. So I talk about that in the video that airs tomorrow. Y'all know I want to put color under here, but no. So we're going to, too many crickets. We're going to take this. That might be, just going to take this shade, put this shade, put this under lower lash line, which is the shade we just put up there. My thoughts on it, because, okay, let me not even get started. Yeah, so I'll talk about that tomorrow. And I admit I wasn't as diligent looking up information, but I did watch a video that was very detailed. It was a good video. I thought I had started some shit, but I did not. But you'll hear about that tomorrow. Yeah, so today is Friday. Today is Friday because that'll air Saturday tomorrow. Damn. So Monday I took us to the airport and slept. Saturday was when we went to, no, Wednesday is when we went to dinner. Yeah, Wednesday is when my neighbor and I went to dinner. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I did a video yesterday. Why am I doing this live on a Friday? Y'all, I'm dead ass. I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know what. Both of my eyes feel like they're tearing. Maybe I just shifted everything. I found in You're Alright. You can see the weight loss in her face, and like you, I like her forward face, but she's so very pretty. Yeah, and so I wonder sometimes though, like, do I think she looked healthier before? Because that's how I was used to seeing her. Like, what if we had always seen her really thin, right? And then, you know, she gains weight and then we'd be like, oh, girl. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if it's like, if it's because I was just used to seeing her that way. And I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, I was just like, that is not... We are going to use the brown, so I'm going to put the black away. Very simple look. Yeah, so yeah, right, Tanya? I be wondering if that's why. I know there was heat when Lizzo lost weight because she was one of the ones talking about, you know, love yourself no matter your size, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. And so when she lost weight, they were like, hold up. You said, and then you did what you, okay. Yeah, so it wasn't a problem that she got rid of weight. The problem was you were advocating for, you know, loving how you look and embracing it, even if you're a thick chick. But then you turn around and do whatever to lose weight. So it's like, what side are you on? That's like me saying do whatever you want with your makeup, but then I stick to stuff like this because that's what people like, or they say, do the glam look, wear the lashes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hypocritical. Yeah, but she got a lot of heat for that. They were like, and then some people were like, just leave Lizzo alone. But that's what the problem, well, it wasn't a problem, but that's what the issue was, is you were advocating, you know, for big people, and then you go off and do. So what side are you on? And we don't know why, because I didn't look into it. I really did not. Like, it could have been health reasons. Like, I don't know. But, and I'm going to tell y'all something, too. I wasn't even familiar with who she was. I was like, Lizzo, like, who that? And I'm sure I had seen her somewhere in something. But, I was like, who that? Monique. Yep. From what I remember, she still looks like herself. And you know what? The way you lose weight makes a difference in how your face looks. And I granted, I didn't lose like 100 anything pounds. I'm down maybe at this point 15 pounds. And you can still see it. I noticed it yesterday in my face. Like even when I smile, like you see more of my bone structure. and my contours popping more because my face is thinner, but it still looks like me. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, but that Ozempic face, as they call it, some of these people looking cray cray, cray cray cray. Because cray cray is good. Cray 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 is the not good. And so it does depend on how you lose it. And then it's like, what is it doing to your body? Like inside, because you looking. Yeah, that. So that's it. We're gonna put on mascara and then do the lip, y'all. We're gonna be done. So this was a nice, easy, simple look. Some look like they got gout. How do you advocate for being larger and then lose a lot of weight? She promoted what she promoted. It's like, how do you look like you have gout? Because gout is when there's a problem with your feet, right? When your feet are really like retaining water. Isn't that gout? And if that is gout, like how do you, hey Dawn, if that is gout, when it's like your feet are retaining water, how do you look like you have gout? Is it the way you walk? Yes, Dawn. Dawn act like she in school raising her hand. This is the 1940s look, Dawn, and yes, we're almost done. And it's like, girl, wear the makeup. I know. I am glad we put this on inner rims, especially instead of the white, because I had to enlarge the picture. I'm like, does she got on liner? And when I enlarged it, yeah, she did have on a white underneath, but then her skin was lighter than mine. So this works really well for me to have that same effect without it being like, no, gout is a form of arthritis, and it doesn't necessarily mean retaining water, but it's very painful. So, oh, hey, Battle Zone, thank you for that. So, how does someone look like they have gout when they have zombie face then? Because I'm in pain every day. Like, do I look like I got gout? Like, yeah, everything I've heard, which wasn't a lot, like in my day-to-day life, and it's usually like an older person. They're like, oh, my feet hurt. This gout, my gout is acting up. That's why I associated it with feet. I'm going to Google that later if I remember. The one reason, hey, Haywood, the reason I do like just keeping it light underneath as far as shadow is because you can see the effect of the mascara more. But y'all know I still, you resub to, no, we were just talking about in general, like, well, actually, we talked about quite a few things, Dawn. Where you been? Number 3. No, we're just talking in general about weight loss and how people just look completely different. Like their whole face structure just changes. And it's like, who are you? And so just a general conversation. And Tanya said they look like they have gout. So I'm like, well, how do you look like you have gout? So that's where we were when you came in. Like, how do you look like you? Because I've always heard it associated with, oh, and my feet hurt and my gout is acted up. But that does make sense. You're walking the dogs is doing any form of pain in the body, the joints. And that's what I deal with. My diagnosis is chronic joint pain / fibromyalgia. Sometimes I do feel like I look like I'm dealing with joint pain because sometimes it does affect like how I walk. And sometimes I do use a walking stick just to help me with my balance, which actually inadvertently helps with my posture as well. And when I realized that, I'm like, wow, so okay, this is serving 2 purposes. And I think just because of where I hold the stick, it just makes me stand up straighter. But it has helped my posture too, which is great. But yeah, I'm gonna Google that because that's interesting. Because why not just say it's fibromyalgia? But then fibromyalgia became a catch-all over like the last 5 or 10 years because it used to be like nerve pain, and then it got bundled in with just chronic joint pain as well. But they still left that diagnosis, so it's like chronic joint pain / fibromyalgia because it used to just be nerve pain, not joint pain or muscle pain. But it turned into a catch-all. I think someone mentioned that Vanessa Williams. She does. I almost didn't recognize her either. And sometimes when people get older, they do lose weight for whatever reason. You know, I'm thinking about my grandmother. Um, when she became bedridden, she lost a lot of weight, and her face looked completely different. And I was just like, damn. And that's hard too. Like when you have a loved one, and you know, I think someone mentioned that Vanessa looks. Okay, I just read that. Yeah, she does. She look a mess too, Dawn. Who look a mess? The dog? What are y'all talking about? Who look a mess? Oh, I didn't see it. Kelly Osbourne. There's a whole lot of them. And there's videos on it too where it's like, you know, the Ozempic face and, you know, they're talking about different actors and actresses, which I don't watch a lot of that because it's like, okay, that's other stuff I could be looking at. Because I really don't follow celebrities anyway. I mean, I have my favorites as far as, you know, movies that they're in, but maybe they don't know when to stop taking this shot and just maintain. That is true. Aretha did get bigger. Some people get bigger when they get older, and some people get smaller. I'm like, what? I don't know. Ariana. Oh gosh. I'm trying to turn this up. You know what? I'm not turning up. This was this part. This is the part you turn to get the product to come up. Not this part. This is the sharpener, which I never use those sharpeners. So I got to remember to turn up here, not at the bottom. So this is the Van Gogh Red Lip Liner. I don't know. I'm going to tell you this, though. Who's in their friend group? Because if I saw one of y'all on a day-to-day, I'll use Grace as an example. We know Grace is petite. Grace is petite. If one day I see her a video and she's looking like me, even as far as like the round face, I would message her and be like, "Are you okay?" We haven't met in person, but we're really cool. I would be like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" So I'm like, "Who's in her friend group?" And I think it may be. Oh damn! I gotta put on a bullet lipstick. Y'all know I don't. I think it may be because that's what so many of them are doing. So that's the norm. You know what I mean? And when you see a lot of one thing, then it doesn't look unnatural anymore because it becomes normal. It becomes typical. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's it. I don't know. But let Grace do a live stream or a video and she looking like she done ate a whole turkey. She's like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on in your life?" Body dysmorphia is real. It definitely is, for sure. Y'all know and this is on the runway that sneaky ass Janessa sent me. She was like, "You don't need to get that lipstick because Van Gogh Red is an orange red." And then she sent me an email with a shipping confirmation or something that this was coming. Like, sneaky ass Janessa. I like how this looks with the red lip line. Otherwise, I would have used the brown lip liner. But when I tried it with the Van Gogh red liner before, I'm like, you know what? I do like how that looks. It is real. Battlezone. Yeah, I said I'll watch their work more than a personal life. Yeah. Yep. I hear you, Battlezone. I was watching, and I always use this part of the lippy to do my bottom lash line. Girl, that's your bottom lip. Because when I use this part, it's too wide. Like up here is fine, but down here I always have issues, and especially getting into the corners. Like over here. It's one of them shows that's, 15 weird things you didn't know about Boys in the Hood. 15 weird things you didn't know about this. And it's always about a movie. It's this is making my lips look dry. And y'all know my lips don't be dry. I love this with this liner. I noticed something weird about more or unique. I prefer warm tone showers and cool tones. I watched the one 15 weird things you didn't know about What's Love Got to Do with It. And I remember mentioning before from a short that I saw that when Ike slapped Witchmajiggit in the diner, that smack was for real. And she said he smacked the living best out of me. And she was saying it was with the contact. She had eye contact. She said they had practice, choreography. Him go like this, and she like and then flip over and fall down, flip over backward on the ground. And they were going to do a stunt double. And she was like, no, to be more realistic if it's actually me, because I'll be in that moment. And she said they didn't have eye contact. And so when he went, it really, so yeah, that smack was for real, for real. And she said she thought, okay, my face is on fire. And she said the next thought was just stick with it. So that anger she had when she was like that was real. He smacked the shit out of her. And she said that's the take that they kept. And it was very authentic because, no, I don't know her name. What's Love Got to Do with It? She played Tina Turner's best friend in the movie. I forget her name. And she said that's the take that they took. She said that was authentic. She said he really smacked the mess out of me. And when they did call cut, she said, no, what? I don't know. I know it wasn't Sanaa Lathan. And I can't picture Vanessa Bell Calloway, so I don't know. I know it's not Sanaa Lathan though. She said when the director called cut, she said like a lot of the cast members were covered over like with ice bags and are you okay and all this and that. But I was like, damn. So that smack is for real, for real. So they talked about that, but I had already knew that from that short. But something I didn't know, one of those dresses, the red dress, that was the original one Tina Turner wore. Tina Turner like gave her that dress to wear for that scene. And Tina worked with Angela Bassett to learn the dance moves and to do all that. So Tina was like hands-on. And I'm like, damn, like that I didn't know. Also, what I didn't know, Lawrence Fishburne sang all of Ike's parts. Angela Bassett, she lip sang. Lawrence Fishburne actually literally sang. That's Lawrence Fishburne's voice. And I was like, damn. So those shows are interesting in a way. Honey, my lips are orange because I put on an orange lipstick. Why do you think my lips are orange? Let me know. Yeah, this is what we put on. Well, I didn't see much. True. But everything you hear singing as far as from him, yeah, that was actually Lawrence Fishburne's voice. And because Angela was singing, well, lip singing, you think you look better in red lipstick. Thank you for your opinion. I love how I look in this lipstick. And actually, my channel and what I advocate for is people doing makeup the way they like it. And so I appreciate you sharing your opinion. But just know, people have different preferences. And everybody doesn't like the same thing. And so as you watch videos, just kind of keep that in mind, that people do what they like to do. But thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. And so Tina Turner, she redid all those songs so that she can be more so that it would be more seamless when Angela was singing it. And I'm just like, what? So she re-recorded all of those songs so that they can make sure everything was in sync. Yes, this is Hung Vango, and this is On the Runway, so it's the orange one. And a friend of mine sent that to me. And the lip liner we have is also Hung Vango, and this is Vango Red, which is an orange red, but it's not orange orange. And so if my lip line looks darker, that's because it is lip liner. Yeah, and I love this combination. Do I like Michael Jackson? I'll say yes, but I'm not like a stan. I'm not one of them people that's going to argue over, who's the best singer ever. I think I kind of fell off with him like after Thriller and whatever the other song was. And the thing was, a lot of his songs, I couldn't understand what he was singing. And so I'm just like, what? I didn't understand what he was saying. Oh, you're welcome. Quick question. How do I... Well, the only way to come out to your mom is to tell her. That's the only advice I could give you. If you want somebody to know something about you, you got to tell them. That's what I think. But whatever way you think is best. Oh, damn, y'all done did eyeliner already. That's so cute. Honey, why are your lips red? That made me think about, that's understandable. Maybe you should talk to a friend you have in your day-to-day life to help you with that. Like, we're here for the makeup, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but we're here for the makeup. This is not counseling or therapy or anything. And the thing is, it's trying to reach behind. Damn, we ain't gonna put on lashes. Does it look like I have on lashes? I think so. At least on the bottom. We're not gonna put these lashes on. Sorry, I lied to y'all. We're gonna put them back in the container. Oh girl, what are you doing tonight? I love watching videos. Have you done a maroon or a purple lip? Yes. Usually I do wear a dark lipstick. You need to come around more. Where have you been? And my favorite lip color is black. Yeah. This is a 1940s makeup look. And it is very different than how I like my makeup. And sometimes I do that. And we are working through the decades. It was a member request. Channel members get to make a request. It's $3.99 a month, give or take taxes or whatever, for the membership. You get to make requests. And so actually it was Janet. She made a request to do period looks, which is makeup during a certain period of time. And so she preferred I go through the decades. And so this is our 1940s look. Next week it's going to be 1950s. We did 1930s and 1920s already. Actually, we did two 1920s. But yes, yeah, this is my favorite lipstick color right here. And I got two of them, two different brands. Yes. Girl, black lip. People underestimate the power of a black lip. And my chosen family sister, she's a few hairs lighter than me. And she said she never thought she could wear black lipstick. But then she kept seeing me wearing it in my videos. And then even in person, she would see me wear it. And she said she thought, that looks really pretty. So she tried the black lipstick and she's in love now. She's in love. And I'm like, just try it. This one is a deep black and blurple. Like a blurple, but it's deep. This one is super dark too. This one is, look at that. This, I love it. Yeah, so she's in love with black lipstick because she tried it because she saw me wearing it quite frequently. She's like, I never thought I could wear it because my skin is so light. I saw you wearing it and it was so pretty. I tried it. I bought one. I love it. I'm like, see? And that's why I encourage people here on this channel a lot to just try new things. Put some micellar with them on here because I'll forget this is here and put my hand on my lap and be like, what is this stain on my pants? But yeah, people underestimate it. And I do get people saying, on my end is $2.99. And so it may be payment method or it may be taxes or whatever. I don't know. I know Eden pays more. She's in New Zealand. And it's not the conversion because the conversion would be like way more than what hers charged. But Michelle, I think, I'm not sure if hers renewed again at $3.99. And so if it's more than $2.99, I say check your payment method, because somebody was saying that like Apple Pay charges like taxes or fees or something, but it is $2.99. I set it for $2.99. So if you're paying more, like it's something going on that's out of my control. Oh, my day was good. Yeah, the bottom lashes, right? That's how I want the top ones to look. But we're gonna leave it. And you can see it more because I don't have on dark shadow. I got into makeup when, like, what made you try these looks? I started doing makeup, oh geez, 2007. But I like to experiment with makeup, and so I'll just find different types of looks to do on top of the looks I like to do, just to switch it up and do something fun. So this is it for the look, y'all. Hour and 15 minutes, y'all. See what simplicity will get us? It'll get us out of here quicker. Autumn. I have a troll play playlist. Troll play is what I call when I do creative makeup, like just different stuff. One of my members had requested a porcelain doll look. Somebody else requested something else. And then other collabs I do. Inspiration was a picture of a cake, and so I painted my face with that and other stuff. So yeah, if you have time, go to my actual channel and click on playlist and find the one that says troll play, because that is some wild shit over there, like for real. Oh, thank you. I do my skincare routine is yeah. So my skin is good. But some of the glow is some of the products I use, because I do have on like a lot of stuff. But thank you. And two of the things I'll credit to the glow is Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and also the Scandinavia Makeup Finishing Spray, because this gives like a slight sheen. So that might be what you're seeing. Okay, thank you. And I hope you enjoy it. Some of the looks in the troll play is like, girl. And some of them is like, damn. That's kind of cool. So thank you for subscribing. So we're going to go, y'all. So again, next week we'll be here live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which means I need to do a video to have posted for Monday. Yeah. So we're going to go, y'all. I appreciate y'all time. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you for all the new people who popped in. Y'all, it was not a Thursday. Like, we had no issues today. That's exciting. So yeah, we're going to go. You will see me live Monday. We have that video going up tomorrow. And as I did the look, I did talk about the Pat McGrath being up for sale again. And the video will go up on Monday, and Tuesday we'll be back here live. So thank you all so much. I appreciate the time. Thank you, Tanya, for somewhat sharing your Sunday with us. Because it reminded me that I haven't had ice cream in a very long time. Excuse me for smacking. I stopped getting ice cream when Talenti's prices went over $6 for the pint. I'm like, oh, hell to the no, 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 no. How do you go from like, 4 something and 6 something? No. So I have not had ice cream since then. But thank you, because now I want ice cream. But you enjoy my energy? Yeah, I'm completely goof troop over here. I love makeup, but I don't take it like too seriously. Well, I do sometimes, depending on what I'm doing. But hey Anna, we're about to leave. But do watch the replay and make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Replay crew rocks. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the new people who popped in. Thank you to the new subscribers. And do consider joining the membership. We would love to have you. We have an exciting membership exclusive video that's going to come up in live stream that's going to come up in like 2 weeks. But yeah, so we're going to go. So as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. And y'all will see me live on, thank you, Anna. Hey, Rose. You'll see me live on Tuesday, but make sure you still click on notifications to see when my videos go up. All right, y'all. Good night. Bye.